Kevin Love is out for tomorrow. In what ways does that affect the preparation?
Well, I think first of all, I've seen it reported both ways, that that'll still be decided and then that he's out. But regardless, we'll have to prepare our team to play well, regardless of who's on the floor for them. That changes how they some of the things they run offensively. Obviously, they have a package of Love plays that they go to on offense. So they end up doing more stuff with LeBron. They do. I thought Hill and Clarkson were good off pick and rolls last night. I thought that Jeff Green was really good, and I thought that they continue to have all of the different little wrinkles for Korver and Smith coming off the screen. So they obviously run a little bit less of the Love stuff and more of the other stuff. And then on the other end of the court, I thought that they continued to switch, trap, scram out of the post, kind of use that versatility all around the court, and did a good job. I thought they played really well, and obviously LeBron had a huge game, but I thought the offensive rebounds, and specifically Larry Nance's impact yesterday, were big parts of the game too.
Brad, Bill Doyle. Al scored only 6 points in Game 6, and he said it was because he was double teamed. So what can you do to help make him more productive?
Oh, he was really productive in the first quarter. He was outstanding. Every time he touched the ball in the post, it felt like we scored. And Al does not care if he's the one that's scoring. He cares that our team scores. And I thought that we can go to him more, but when they double, we just have to make the right play out of it. And Al's one of our best at doing that. And so, I think it's easy to look at a stat sheet, but I think the way that they were playing, and he made all the right plays, especially early in the game.
He didn't end up with a lot of assists. It seemed like it wasn't as productive after the first quarter.
Well, he didn't end up with a lot of assists because the pass out of the post is not the one that's going to get the assist. It's going to lead to the second, third hockey assists because of their rotation. They're a good rotating team. When they double the first pass, they always come to that guy, and then you just have to make the right read after that. So it's a selfless role to play, and Al plays all of those selfless roles exceptionally well.
So markandmedia.com. Just going back to the Kevin Love situation, if he does not play, he was averaging 27 minutes a game during this series, or probably more than that before he played only 5 last night. But as you said, they switch a lot when he is not on the floor. Their offense is different. So is it in a way like preparing for a different team because you're taking 30 minutes of that specific type of play when Love is on the floor out of the equation if he does not play? And if so, what is the difference in preparation for that?
Like I said, we have to prepare ourselves to play well. Defensively, they played basically a whole game without Love yesterday. And again, they did a really good job. And then offensively, again, there's a series of plays that they'll usually run for Love. Maybe they end up running it for somebody. They put LeBron in his spot a couple of times. But what they end up doing is they'll, ultimately they've run all the different actions for all their different guys, and have done so really well. Like again, if Love's not available, then probably more opportunities for LeBron, more opportunities for Korvers and Smith and those guys, and the point guards off those pick and rolls, and all of those were very effective against us last night.
Brad, Mike Battaglia, CLNS Media. Brad, just curious to get your thoughts on your emphasis on rebounding. It's always important, but coming off what happened in the fourth quarter and all of their offensive rebounds, how much will you stress it tomorrow, and how critical is it?
Well, it was a big part of our film emphasis. It's always critical. I've said all along, like we can go through each and every play in the half court on both ends of the floor and see the little things that maybe we can do a little bit better, but it all feels a lot better if we get back on D and only hold them to one shot. In the games that we've lost, one of those two areas has not been pretty, and so that's where we have to be better, and we have to be great in both those areas tomorrow night. We got to get back, set our defense. We got to hold them to one shot, and it's easier said than done. I mean, they've got Thompson and Nance are really good on the offensive glass, and they put so much pressure on you with, again, LeBron with the ball and all the eyes that are on him on his drives, and then all the, like I said, the creative actions they run for Korver that draw attention as well.
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, Brad. This is Tara Sullivan from the Boston Globe. I wanted to ask you more about the atmosphere and the stakes and everything, coming back home as it relates to your roster still being so young. And I know they've been through so much. And I'm just kind of wondering if you still consider them young, or have they proven, so much to you that they can handle, such intense conditions? Or what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we've slipped on this, Tara, but I've tried my best all year not to talk about their age. Both to them and in the media. I think obviously you get asked about it a lot. It's not about that. It's about they're really good basketball players. They're really committed to each other. They're a great group of guys. It's a fun team. They care about team. And we all have a job to do to go out and try to play the best that we can. And that is regardless if it's Game 7, Game 1, game in November, whatever the case may be. And so we need to be ready to play. We will be ready to play, and our guys are looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Brad, you mentioned last night that you might be keeping an eye on Tatum over the next 24 hours and just kind of his health. Do you have any updates on him and how he's feeling today?
Yeah, we got out of film about an hour and a half ago. All of our we had our primary physician and our team doc both in here today and checking on him, and he's great. He felt great this morning, felt great last night when he landed, felt great after the game. So nothing nothing there as far as to be concerned about, but we will continue to check in, especially over the next probably day, and then when he wakes up tomorrow morning.
Coach, another area you were pretty adamant about earlier in the series was shot selection. Offensive execution tomorrow evening, priority as well?
Yeah, and I thought we played better offensively last night. I thought we did a lot of good things. Al got people talked about Al because of the number of shot attempts and everything else, but Al's passing out of the post and our cutting out of the post in the first quarter was tremendous. And then I thought that we had some great driving kicks later. I thought we drove and did a good job getting to the foul line. I just thought we did a lot of good things yesterday that we can build off of. You're not going to, just like we've said all year, tomorrow it's not going to be perfect. You just go in there, you compete, you play as hard as you can and let the chips fall where they may. You just have to have perfect intentions.
Thank you.
Brad, Bill Doyle, do you chalk up the troubles at the foul line to just an off night? I mean, it's not in character for your team.
Yeah, I never worry about the foul shooting numbers. These guys put in a ton of time, good foul shooters generally. When you make them, obviously there's always going to be times where you have nights like that, but we've been a good foul shooting team all year. I don't worry about it. I just want us to play aggressively and get there.
Brad, on the court after the game, LeBron called Game 7 the two best words in sports. Just curious if you agree, and if you have any favorite memories, either of coaching them or watching them or anything being involved in them.
I remember, obviously as a kid, you always paid closer attention to Game 7. Gotten a chance now to be in a couple here in Boston, and I think that it's really important again that we focus on the task at hand and try to play our best. Try to play with great togetherness, great competitiveness, and enjoy that. I think that that's one of the things that I don't think has been lost on this group throughout its entire journey before the playoffs and now is we have fun. Like we're gonna go out and compete, but we're gonna enjoy playing the game that we love, and that makes it even more fun to be around these guys.